If you're self-hosting N8N with Railway, you're occasionally going to have to update N8N within your Railway settings. The good news is it's really easy to do, and in this video, I'll show you exactly how to update N8N within Railway. So first up, if you're in N8N and you click on this little bell icon, you'll see notifications if your instance is not up to date. In my example, it says I'm 8 versions behind, and I'm missing out on some of the latest features. One of the only downsides to self-hosting N8N is that it might not be updating automatically. So I'll show you how to set that up. You can see that your instance has 4 components. One is going to be your SQL database, and you can see that mine is updating automatically. You can see that it was updated 3 days ago via the Docker image. Then we've got Redis and a worker module and a primary module. To update to the latest version, we're going to head over to the primary distribution. You should see some details in your sidebar here. Then you want to click on settings. Then you'll be able to see the source that your instance is using for its version. I'm currently using version 1.14.3, and I do have auto updates enabled, but because this is pointing to a specific version, it's never going to update automatically. In Railway, auto updates only work if the source that you're referencing is updating. But because I'm referencing an outdated version, it's not going to update. So if you click on the source, it should take you to a Docker page, and then you'll be able to see all of the versions. Then you want to click on the tags here in Docker, and it's going to show you all of the latest versions. Some of the newest ones are going to be experimental, so you want to use the absolute newest versions with caution. A better option would be to use the most up-to-date stable distribution. You can see that both of these were updated about 3 hours ago, or you can use a specific version. You can see this one here is 1.122.3. That is a specific version of N8N. So I actually rolled back my N8N to this specific version because I was getting a couple of bugs with the latest version, but now I need to switch it back to use the latest distribution. So in my case, I actually want to switch it back to either latest or stable instead of a numbered version, because when N8N updates, they update the latest and stable version with the latest version of N8N. So basically, if you use a numbered version, you get exactly that version and it doesn't update further. But if you use either the latest or the stable distribution, it'll stay up to date automatically. Basically, the latest version of N8N has the newest features, but stable is better for production environments. So if you're already using your N8N for a ton of workflows, going with stable is the better option. So to update this, I need to go into my source in Railway, and that is under these settings. In my source, I'm going to click on this little pen icon, and I'm going to change the bit at the end with the version to stable. So once I change the source image to N8N stable, that will use the latest stable version of N8N. And since I have auto updates enabled, it's going to update automatically for me. You'll also notice back on your modules that your primary N8N instance is now purple, and there is the option to apply one change and deploy. We don't want to do that yet because we also want to update our worker to use the same version. If your worker is using a different version, you're likely going to get issues and bugs when you're running N8N. So I'm going to change my worker to latest as well, and I also have auto updates enabled for this as well. And my Redis is already up to date, and I have auto updates enabled for it as well. My Postgres is also up to date with the latest version as well, so I don't need to make any changes to these. Once I've updated the version to latest for both of these, I'm going to hit deploy here, and it's going to redeploy my primary instance and my worker to the latest versions of N8N. You'll see that both are deploying, and there's a little counter for them. If you click on one of these instances like the primary and you go to deployments, you can see that it is building your latest deployment, and when it's done, it should say deployment successful. So now when I go back into my self-hosted N8N, all I have to do is reload the page, and I should be on the latest version. Now that I've reloaded, I'm going to click on this little bell icon down here, and it says that I'm 0 versions behind. So I'm now up to date with the latest version of N8N. And because I'm using the stable distribution with auto updates enabled, it's going to keep my N8N instance up to date all the time. Unless a new version randomly causes bugs with my N8N, I won't need to go back in here and manually change anything, and I can always change it to use a specific version. So if you're self-hosting N8N within Railway, that's how you keep it up to date. It's really easy to do. It just takes a few clicks, and you don't have to touch any code or mess with anything. So go ahead and update your N8N to the latest version using the stable or the latest distribution. If you get any errors, just roll it back to a specific version, and make sure you have auto updates enabled so that you don't have to keep coming back to update your railway.